Queens of Clean, Kim Woodburn and Aggie Mackenzie are on the scent again. It's their task to unearth Britain's worst soap dodgers, and they're taking no prisoners. They're heading for Nottingham, the home of Robin Hood and Maid Marian. A few centuries on, the city has another damsel in distress, 20-year-old Amy Elliott. And Kim and Aggie are coming to her aid.
Right, off we go. You there, Agsy?
Yeah, here we are.
Let's get on the move, honey.
Me and Amy went out one night to our local pub and we got quite drunk. We came back to here for Amy to be really ill, and she basically ended up passing out on the bed with her clothes on. And then she got up the next morning and just went into work without changing, showering or anything.
Bad breath, bitten nails and greasy hair, dirty clothes and no underwear.
When I stay out overnight at my friends, so I tend to go commando and obviously get back to the house, and trousers will normally be thrown on the floor, and often I'll forget that I'd worn them commando, and so they don't tend to make it straight into the washing machine.
Barmaid Amy is really just a slob, which is not good for her job or her relationships.
Quite disgusted with Amy for letting her hygiene slip. Hygiene's one of the most important things. I mean, who wants a friend that smells and looks horrible?
Mum, Kim and Aggie think it's time to grow up. And they're not the only ones hoping for change. You'd think a nice man would be hard to find. But Amy's living proof that love is blind.
I don't want to say anything too bad about her, you know, because obviously this is my girlfriend who I've been dating for a while. But she could perhaps wash a bit more, and I have a real problem with doing the teeth.
I'm not quite sure what Phil sees in Amy, because he's very meticulous with his appearance, always looks very clean and tidy young man.
Amy rarely comes into contact with water, which drives Phil to distraction.
I obviously appreciate that when I'm around she does shower more regularly. But to be honest, I'd really like it if she did more, if she did it all the time.
I make the effort for my boyfriend, although he does complain that I'm only in there for 5 minutes, but then he takes about half an hour showers, so bit of role reversal on that side of the relationship. He's renowned for spending a long time on his hair.
I mean, it's a bit exaggerated. I only have like 3 kind of hair care products, to be honest, which I mean, isn't that many considering, is it really?
After 6 months of dating, Phil thinks she's the girl. But a major problem is her other love, garlic.
I'm the kind of person who does the teeth twice a day, whereas she seems to go a few days without doing them.
Absolutely love garlic. Unfortunately, Phil doesn't like it very much. To kiss you?
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no.
Garlic and hygiene are not only problems at home. Amy's a barmaid in a horror pub, and her bad breath means she rarely gets any tips. Aroma-sensitive cameras have been tracking Amy's every move. Kim and Aggie are about to discover her true hygiene horrors.
It's so
What's
skanky,
she
isn't
doing with
it?
herself? She's stirring the pan up with a knife. No, she's taken the knife and she's picked the nails out and she's putting it back. Oh,
Oh, look. Oh,
Now,
the blackheads
we're
are
not
being done.
I'm ashamed to be a female at this stage, aren't you?
Oh,
Be honest, Aggie. Now, she's behind the counter. She's picked up an ashtray. She's scooped it in with her fingers.
She needs to end her bad habits and learn some customer care.
If I was actually drinking here, I've seen her going about the place collecting ashtrays and dirty plates, not necessarily washing her hands, with the nail biting as well on the bar. It's not the nicest of things to get served by.
Her nail biting is actually a very bad habit. If I catch her doing that, then I'm going to have her in the office for that.
Amy, don't do that. It's not very nice.
Nail biting can also pass on infection. Bacteria from mouth to hand can be spread in any direction. Shocked by what they have witnessed, Kim and Aggie confront the perpetrator.
God bless me, she's a mucky beggar, isn't she? Oh, my God, what's that?
Spooky. Oh, I don't like that at all.
Come on. We're doing you a favour, trust me. Come on, let's go.
Excuse me, what about my pint?
Come on, come on,
Come along. I've seen
You're
that
in big
film and I don't
trouble.
find this funny.
Aggie and Kim just cannot linger. A scratch and sniff test is in line for this minger.
Whoa. Die, dear, be careful, you could die. She's a nail nibbler and a head scratcher, and often a non-washer. What do you have to say to her?
Disgraceful.
Lovely open face. She's got a gorgeous face, hasn't she? Hair colour. What do you think of this young lady?
Well, she's ginger, so it's got to be good, isn't it? I don't really want to smell it.
Do you think this hair looks wholesome and shiny and lovely?
No, it doesn't have that bounce.
Did you go for a girl that sort of was a soap dodger?
I have to wash twice a day at least.
Twice a day?
Sure.
Where did you find the time to watch twice a day?
It's been a long day, please don't do that.
He does smell fresh. He does smell fresh, he does, yeah. Let's be having you, please. And about flipping, get down here. What's going on? I don't know, is it a mother or a smotherer, dear? I haven't decided yet.
A girly
Come
chap.
on, then, in we go, lovey, in we go. What's all this scratching and chewing and this garlic? You don't even wash your hands when you cook.
I do wash my hands when I
You
cook.
scraped your nails out with a knife you were cooking with and put it back in the pan.
And if you want to smile...
Kim and Aggie need reinforcements, and Mum is keen to lend her support.
Now, listen, Mother, come in here.
Come on,
This is a very pretty girl. Right, very pretty girl indeed. We've seen a film of her today. Now, you will be appalled.
I think I will
Scratching her head, chewing her nails, then she cuts garlic on the butt. Oh, no, it's not. No, this is takes a knife she's got in the pan, picks her nails out with it and puts it back in the pan.
Oh, Amy.
But I was like eating that food. That's not for anyone else, so why does it matter?
Who'd want it? Do you want to go through life the great unwashed? No, that's what's going on.
I'm not that bad.
I would really appreciate that. If you can do something with her, that's not my little girl, look.
No.
Science is needed to prove the error of her ways, and Mr. Forensic, microbiologist Darren Reddy, is the man for the job.
Oh, my God.
Sorting out Amy's clothes is Kim's job,
Look at the state of them.
while Aggie and Darren begin to swab.
I think we should have a look, see what bacteria we can find on her hair.
Yes.
Just swab round here. You find that most of the bacteria will be on the scalp.
Swab slipping off.
It's a bit skiddy.
It's not that bad. It is that bad.
Hygiene abusers one after the other, but Kim's not prepared for what she's about to discover.
What's that? Oh, no, oh, gee, oh. This looks like a biddy. Oh, my God. Oh, I'm going to have a word about this, the dirty little devil. This is just too much.
Yeah.
Excuse me. What's this?
My hairbrush.
I don't what? Pardon?
My hairbrush.
It's gross and disgusting and filthy and vile. Look,
My...
you dirty little devil.
It's got at least 2 more centimetres on there before I need to empty it.
Don't be cheeky. Could you do something with this? Excuse me, I've got more muck to find.
Goodness me. That's a shocker. I've never seen the like of that before.
God, this girl, I don't think she ever does any washing. Look at this thing. Oh, God, that's musty. God, they're horrible.
Can we have a swab, please?
Yeah, I think actually if we just do an impression of this.
Amy, how often do you do your laundry?
I tend to get around to washing normally every 2 weeks-ish
I see.
when I run out of underwear.
Right. Oh, so you do change the underwear every now and again?
Yeah.
Gem she's got in here. Oh, my God. Oh, God. What's she shaving? I don't wish to touch that with a barge pole.
How long have you had this for?
Oh dear, look at that. A few months.
Are you still using it?
Yes.
It's obviously got a risk here that if you cut yourself whilst you're using it,
Yes. Good
but you
point.
can then infect that cut with bacteria from
the
it.
razor. Oh, that is lovely. That's wonderful.
Don't let my mum see that.
That's like a dust ball that's come off there. It's called a wake-up call.
I'm waking up, wide awake. Alarm bells are ringing.
Are they?
Oh, yeah, I can tell there is a garlic smell.
If the teeth are neglected, the build-up of plaque can lead to gum disease, which could result in the loss of teeth and even bone.
When I go to my boyfriend's, I normally forget my toothbrush. But obviously because he's kissing me, he wants me to brush my teeth, so he makes me use his. So.
How healthy is that?
You can transfer viruses by a toothbrush and even fungi.
So the expression giving him one's got a whole new meaning here, I think.
All the evidence is bagged and tagged, which Darren will now analyse.
How long, truthfully, don't tell me whoppers, since you've cleaned this brush?
At least 6 months.
Isn't that a joy? Isn't it a joy, isn't it? I can take little tablets that you clean false teeth with, they're bacteria tablets. So in you go. Cold water. Now, or a cap of disinfectant. And you're working behind a bar, taking this out. Want a pint, sir? No, thank you.
If you're going to be eating a lot of garlic, you need to follow up with parsley. And that is actually better than using mouthwash. Much better to use a natural remedy. The juice of half a lemon in a glass of warm water. So you'd actually kind of gargle with that and swill it out, and your mouth will taste really good.
Amy wears the same work shirt for days on end. She claims she doesn't have time to put it in the wash, but for Kim, that excuse is a load of old tosh.
When you first get anything black, the first wash you give it, put loads of salt in the water. And any black is quickly fast dyed. In other words, it won't come out. Now, you might say to yourself, oh, it won't be dry for tomorrow. Yes, it will. Nice, dry towel. We simply roll it. Right now, we do the dance of joy, darlings, you and I. A motherly dance of joy. Now, no drips left. Tomorrow morning, that'll be dry, and because I've wrung it in the towel, it needs no ironing.
Amy's attention to hygiene is plainly wrong. But will the shocking lab results persuade her to change her ways?
With the bacteria on her razor, she could actually kill herself.
In the worst case scenario, yes, that's true. Then it's been reported in the press as the superbug.
Or will Amy wallow in her own ignorance?
Gloves in the bar.
In Nottingham, Kim and Aggie are on assignment to clean up Lady Muck, Amy Elliott. Her female felonies: greasy hair, bitten nails, dirty clothes, and stinking breath. Amy's boyfriend also wants her to change.
I do feel that she's maybe admitted she's got a problem, and I hope she's trying to get some help about it.
It's not only Phil who's fed up with Amy's cleanliness abuses. Mum Sandra's also tired of her hygiene excuses.
Get a bit bored, get a bit stressed out, have a nibble. Image isn't very important to me. Where did you find the time to watch twice a day?
I've tried to talk to him about her grooming, but obviously in one ear and out the other.
Boyfriend Phil is going away on business and hopes that by his return, Kim and Aggie will have shown Amy the error of her ways.
I'm expecting her to look possibly maybe a bit more ladylike, nice new hairstyle, perhaps a bit of a cleaner look to herself, a bit more pride in her appearance.
I think Phil will feel on top of the world when he sees Amy as a young lady, all girly and with her hair lovely, and I think maybe that could be a future son-in-law.
You're going to enjoy this.
Oh, this is the feminine thing.
Oh.
Bubble bath.
You'll really enjoy it.
Facials.
Honestly, you will.
What?
Kim and Aggie need to prove that washing needn't be taxing, and a girly treat can be quite relaxing.
OK, Amy, we have got a lovely treat for you here.
Oh my God. Bit worrying. Big bath like that.
Can we come in?
Yeah.
How you doing? It's lovely, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, how's it feel?
Big. It's a bit strange being submerged in water.
These are scuff gloves. In other words, you put them on.
Yeah.
You know the dead cells you get on skin and that? Well, they're gentle when they're immersed in water. You just do your skin.
Gloves in the bar.
Yes.
They're exfoliating gloves, you see.
And last but not least,
Oh, yes.
a nice new razor.
Enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
Amy's not used to having a soak, but she needs to do it before the return of her bloke.
Finished.
Dressing gown?
Ready to go, my darling? Off we go. Off we pop.
While Aggie heads off for results at the lab, Kim takes Amy for her first ever professional cut and colour.
So you've never been to a salon before?
No.
Is this the first time?
Yep.
Oh, this is wonderful, lovely. Well, we'll have you looking gorgeous.
Hi there.
Steve, how do you do? How nice to meet you. What can you do for her? She had in mind to go a bit lighter.
Well,
You can put some funky chunks of blonde into it. Going to have some chunky layers in it, and we'll put an asymmetric.
As Amy enjoys her first experience with a stylist, Aggie is about to receive shocking news from the scientist.
Come on, Darren, dish the dirt. I want to find out how dirty she is.
We looked at her hair, first of all. It was quite greasy hair, if you remember. And what we tended to see that instead of the bacteria just being around the scalp, it was on more of the whole length of the hair itself. We then also, even better than that, looked at her hairbrush that she was using. I'll show you the plate. These are some of the hairs that we removed from the hairbrush themselves, and they're just totally covered in bacteria.
That's something else. It looks like mouldering manure. Are there any dangerous bacteria in there?
Some of these bacteria that we isolated are called staphylococci. Some of those can be quite important in infections of the hair follicles. You can get a folliculitis, like a bump or an infection around the hair follicle itself.
We'll take this off for you.
Now, we know she's not great on the brushing of the teeth, so tell me what you found there.
Well, we can tell that she doesn't use her toothbrush very much from looking at the results from the toothbrush we sampled. So this is a control sample.
Oh, right.
You can see there's all different shapes and sizes here. So this is what you expect to find on a toothbrush because it's been in the mouth, so these are bacteria that you find in the mouth. Whereas hers is very different.
Wow.
It's slightly confusing because you think, oh, hers is much better.
Yes.
But it's only got less bacteria there because it hasn't been in her mouth.
And just keep running your fingers through in the opposite way that you want it to lay down eventually. Just get that little bit of extra body to the hair.
So, is that it, or there's no worse to come, is there?
There is definitely one more worse thing.
Tell.
And that's the results from her razor.
Do you remember? Debris. Yes, it was clogged up.
Let me show you the plates. And
Oh my goodness.
I've taken some of these off and tested them. Well, the particular bacterium that we isolated from it, Staphylococcus aureus, is quite common, and it's been reported in the press as the superbug. This is a slightly different strain, the fact that it's not resistant to a lot of antibiotics, which the superbug is. It can cause lots of skin infections, it can cause impetigo. That can spread quite nastily around, particularly around the face.
And it's highly contagious as well, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Oh my goodness, what's the worst that could possibly happen?
In an extreme case, you could then go on to develop septicemia, so you have like a blood poisoning.
Which is potentially fatal?
Yes, definitely.
So, Darren, just how dirty is that young woman?
She needs to improve her hygiene for her own safety as well as
Not
others.
to mention everyone else's.
OK.
What's she doing?
We're just finishing off.
Oh, you do look lovely. Look at that lovely hair. How do you feel?
Really nice, actually.
Your hair's so gorgeous. I can't believe it.
As Amy's such a nail chewer, she's also booked in for a manicure.
For Amy to get them just above her fingers, where you can see she has about a month, isn't it, if she didn't chew them?
Yes, it takes quite a while because she's always bitten her nails. They'll probably be quite weak, so she'll need to look after them, put hand cream on at home. Quite a good tip if you're going to do the washing up. And you've got some marigolds there. Pop some hand cream on first, pop your marigolds on, and then do the washing up, and the heat from the water will help the moisturiser work a bit more effectively.
See, with a bit of luck, my dear, you can have these, you say.
Have nails like that?
Yes.
I hope not. Blokes would be scared of nails like that. You might kill someone.
How do you know? My husband thinks my nails are beautiful. He's not scared of my nails.
What do you do with them?
That's none of your bit. Jane, what are you going to do to our young lady?
I'm going to keep her looking quite natural because she's bothered about looking too heavily made up.
I'm sorry to say you do look pretty. Are you going to do
just worried
anything?
I'm going to look better than you, aren't you?
It's not possible. Don't be silly. Don't get carried away, lovely,
All right,
please.
I'll get
you
back
can
in my
dream, but you
place.
never will. Well, you know something? We've got the hair lovely, you've got the face beautiful. Now we've got to check those lab results, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Do we have to?
It's your muck, not mine, dear. I've had enough of you today.
I'll try and be good for now.
Yeah, be respectful.
Right, Amy, you need to hear the grim truth about your personal hygiene.
Right.
Yes, are you ready for this?
No.
Your teeth had over 50 times the number of bacteria that you'd find in a normal person's teeth.
50?
Yes, over 50 times. And those bacteria lead to cavities and gum disease, okay?
Yeah.
So you need to brush those off, which leads me to the toothbrush. Now, you'd expect to find on a toothbrush that has just been used around 10 million bacteria, okay?
Right.
Now, if you hadn't used the toothbrush for about 2 days, you'd find around 1,000 bacteria there. Do you know how many were on your toothbrush? 200. Now, why do you think there are so few?
I've no idea.
I wonder, anything to do with... Yeah, we know why. We both know why, don't we?
Yes.
Yes. Now, your hair is looking beautiful.
Thank you.
That hairbrush of yours,
Yeah.
the hairs and the prongs on the hairbrush bogging in bacteria. It absolutely is.
It wasn't a bit of a state, though, wasn't
A
it?
bit of a state. So no matter if you wash your hair and have it all lovely and shiny, the minute you brush your hair with a brush, all that bacteria is going back into your hair and making it very smelly. Last but not least, that razor of yours. Even you were a bit shocked by
I
it, weren't
was
you?
quite shocked at the state that was in, yeah.
And the debris from that razor
Yeah.
was heavily contaminated with a bacterium called staphylococci.
Sounds a bit...
It is a bit, it's a lot. It can lead to skin diseases such as boils, abscesses, impetigo. It's not very grown up, is it?
No, it's not, you're right. I think I might invest in some new heads for that razor. Or a new razor.
Exactly, and change frequently.
Yeah.
Now it's time for Amy's finale to her transformation. A brand new outfit to fit any occasion. But will her friends and family recognize her?
Come along now, okay, everyone? Have a look at that young lady.
Is that the same woman?
Did you get many tips?
No, maybe I will now.
If you don't now, there's something wrong with the men in this town, I'm telling you.
Sandra, what do you think of your young daughter?
It's really stunning. Very proud of you.
Oh, sweet. Shan, what do you think?
I think she looks absolutely amazing, completely outstanding.
Any chance of her keeping it up?
Well, she will when she's out with me. I'm not sure of it.
Is that a thumbs up, everyone? And do we prefer
Which do we like best? You look smashing, Nancy.
you.
Don't let us down. Have you so now? Don't do
We've
this.
got to go now. We've got other soap dodgers to deal with.
Bye-bye, cheeky chops.
Amy's makeover has indeed caused a sensation. But will boyfriend Phil be impressed? He's booked a romantic dinner for two, and Amy's finally putting in the same effort for Phil as he does for her.
Ready?
Wow. Gorgeous.
Do you like it?
I do.
Do you see my top?
Yeah, go on. See, we can now finally go to all the places I want to go.
Kim and Aggie have another clean-up success in hand, and they're off to help more soap dodgers lurking throughout the land.
If you're a soap dodger or know someone that needs a scrubbing, the Queens of Clean are waiting for your call. 09011 25 25 20.